Hello and welcome to this episode of Between the Studs. I'm your host Mark. Today I'm joined by Landon and Joe.
What up, dogs?
What's up, guys?
And Landon is new to Between the Studs, but he's very familiar with the subject of today's video, which is our top 5 favorite Marvel minifigures. I see Landon restocking those themes all the time. So
yeah, I think he's playing with them, but
I mean, you know what?
maybe a little bit.
Sometimes.
Great figs. Now, an important to note feature about today's video is all the figs we picked are excluding Marvel's CMFs, because those figs are highly detailed, super good. You know, they're just a little too good. We would have had way too many in here.
Yeah.
So not including the CMFs, these are our top 5 minifigs from Marvel.
We're trying to focus on minifigures that came in the sets.
Yes, exactly.
And a wide variety of years here on the table. But Joe, do you want to start us off with your first figure?
I'll start us off with a banger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you got to think about that order in which you want to present them here.
This is tough. I'm just gonna go with the first one right here.
Okay.
Because he's beautiful. This is Yondu.
Nice.
For those of you who don't know, this is a beautiful figure. The reason I picked him is he's very unique. He's got the Ravager outfit. He's got the pale blue. It's not just normal blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then this freaking crazy fin on top, which is actually a very unique piece. You know, it actually attaches to the head.
The transparent red blade, yeah.
I remember when this set came out, I got it. And it was a small, like, $30 set. And I was so excited about this piece. I was like, that's crazy. And it is. It's a wild piece. But overall, this figure, plus his character, is an amazing character. They only made one figure of him. This is one when I was looking to see what figs I thought were good. I saw him in the case. I was like, you know what? He's pretty good. You know, maybe not the flashiest figure, but he's got some cool details, and I think he's awesome. And this is the one from my lineup that I actually don't own.
Oh, so there you go.
I might
need to get it.
I don't know. I might need to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excellent choice there, Joe. This is a very memorable character. When you see him in a lineup of hundreds of Marvel figures, you actually stop and say, oh, that's Yondu. That's a good one.
Right, yeah, he's noticeable.
Yeah, so I think that this is one that I would collect. And what's funny is, a long time ago, I got this minifigure when he first came out, and then I traded him into the store. I got a pretty good rate at the time, but he has gone up a little bit.
It's like $60.
Mistakes were made, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I need to fix the mistakes of previous Mark and get Yondu at some point. But what about you, Landon? Would you choose to collect this one? Let's talk about your figure here. Would you choose to collect Yondu here really quick?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Is this something that you have in your collection yet or not?
I don't have that one. I need to get it.
One day. So.
Yes.
Yeah, good choice, Joe. We both very much approve of your figure here. But Landon, you want to present your first figure?
Now we'll start it.
There you go.
All right, we're going to start with the Captain America from Civil War. This one comes in the Black Panther set. It comes with Bucky, Captain America, and Black Panther. Mm-hmm. I like this one especially because it's the hairpiece.
Yes.
And yes, it's a perfect Captain America to add to your collection.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really don't care for the masked Captain Americas. I think the hairpiece definitely suits him better. Mm-hmm. So.
I remember when that hairpiece first came out. That was a big deal because it was very sculpted, very
different.
Detailed.
Yeah,
so.
It's a cool piece.
Absolutely. And Joe, do you have some thoughts on Captain America? Is this one of your favorite characters?
So I do like Captain America a lot. My favorite movie in Marvel is The Winter Soldier.
There you go.
It's a great movie. This Captain America is near and dear to my heart, though, because this is the first set, and it was that Black Panther set that you mentioned. It's the first set I ever bought from this store.
Whoa.
There you go.
So I had that in my hand, and then I had Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, the small one. And they were both $30, and I had to pick one because I didn't have enough money for both.
Yeah.
And I picked that one and went with it. And, dude, I played with that so much. It was so cool because at that time, it was the first Captain America, aside from the helicarrier, that had, no printed face mask. Because now, we have the molded hoods that go over, which are really nice. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was just printed. So it's like you never had a Steve Rogers face.
Yeah.
So this was the one that was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool because you can see his face and he had cool hair. So yeah, it's a great fig. I do own it, and it's very special.
You would obviously choose to collect it because you got it as a kid.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did you damage it when you got it as a
that
kid?
thing got played with so much. I definitely have a good condition one now, but that one
he's still affordable, thankfully.
I think I still have parts to him in my bin somewhere, but he got very heavily used.
Yeah, I bet.
Like you said, he's pretty affordable still.
Right, it's like $15
bucks,
I think, yeah.
I have unfortunately managed to avoid collecting Marvel Lego up to this point, but when I do start, that's going to be one of the first figures I collect as a good Captain America. And I think this is an excellent example of
it.
that.
A lot of the Captain Americas can blend together, but when you have a solid good one like this,
absolutely,
nice.
Yeah.
Well, right, Mark, what you got? Any
my
bangers?
turn over here. So I'm going to start off with this one, which is
shocker,
very near and dear to my heart. I am a big fan of this character. This is Fire-Star. It's 2 words, not one. I figured that out. I looked her up on Wikipedia before this video.
Yeah, it's hard to find on
It's still Firestar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you type in the full word, it doesn't pull up.
Yeah, and kind of you can have that problem with Spider-Man if you don't know the right orientation.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, Firestar first appeared in the amazing comic cartoon Spider-Man: His Amazing Friends. She was one of the amazing friends. And if you haven't seen it, it's on Disney Plus, easy to access.
It's beautiful.
Highly recommend it. It's very corny and funny. She was a great character. She has fire powers. The only reason she exists is because they didn't have the rights to the Human Torch for that cartoon. So that they created her to fill that void, and she did a great job. So.
That's crazy.
But she appeared in the Daily Bugle set, which, amongst many great figures.
Yeah, good figs, but this was definitely one that as soon as I remember when that set came out, me and Mark love watching that show, and we've watched it together a lot. We even had shirts made for an episode. But as soon as that set came out, it was like, that's Mark's figure. He's going to get one of those. And then we were doing this, and I was out in the case, and I said, Mark, come get your, the figs you want. And I said, here's your first one. I knew it was going to.
He called it for me.
Didn't you used to play the show in the store?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so
I remember that.
Before we switched to radio, which is a little bit more conductive to shopping, I used to play that on loop. And Landon, I'm sure you remember.
I remember those days. Yeah.
Days of
funny.
Firestar and Iceman and Spider-Man having a great time.
I know. I had to get a custom Iceman to go on the Bugle with her.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm guessing you guys would choose to collect this with the opportunity.
I do have one.
So. You have one. I said I don't collect Marvel figures. I totally have this character.
Well, you have to.
I know you have that one.
This Spider-Man and an Iceman that was given by Joe, I do have. So
yeah,
and great figure, very fun, and not super easy to get though because of that large set. I think she runs for about $20.
She's like $20, so it's not horrible, but that set's about to retire, so she could definitely start to increase. So if you want a cool fig, go get her.
Yeah,
exactly. Because all her parts are unique, I think, unless the legs aren't printed.
I think the legs are just a standard legs, but everything else
is unique to her.
I think the hair in that color is exclusive.
That's what I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Pretty sweet.
So 3 great figures to start us off, but Joe, what's the second wave you want to talk about?
Since we're talking about, I guess, kind of Spider-Man, I did pick. This is the only figure in my lineup that's affordable.
There you go.
And that just comes with it.
But less than $20.
The good ones are usually more expensive. But this is the Miles Morales from. He came in the Spider-Man mech. He came in another set. Gosh,
kind of
the
smaller Spider-Man sets, right?
He first came out. Maybe it was the.
I think it was the mech that I think that was the first one.
I don't think it was. But you know what?
That's where I remember him from.
I think, with the
maybe it was the mech.
The little Miles Morales mech, right?
Either way, he came out in the mech before the Bugle, but when he came out in the mech, it was like, oh my gosh, it's a $10 set, and it comes with that figure. Because, this was like maybe a year or two after, maybe even more than that, but Into the Spider-Verse had just come out.
Exactly.
And this was a great figure because we'd gotten a few Miles Moraleses, who just have the standard black with the red, and a few different variants of that. But this was the one when it came out. It's like that's just like the one from the movie.
Yeah.
Because he has the maroon jacket on or dark red jacket with the hood, and then he's got his sweatpants on. And as soon as this came out, I loved that movie. So as soon as this came out, and then there was a Spider-Gwen as well. Now they've done Spider-Ham as well, and then Spider-Noir. They've kind of just thrown them in other sets unofficially as the ones from the movie, but you can clearly tell that that's what they meant with this.
Yeah.
And I just love this figure. I have a couple of them because of the Bugle and then some other sets. But
and at the time that it came out, that was the cheapest way to get Miles.
Yeah, it's true. The other ones were like $20 easy.
Around that, yeah.
We like to dunk on the mech sets because they're inherently somewhat silly, but they're a great way to get good figures.
Figures are good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They usually have a pretty cool, unique figure.
Yeah, Landon, are you a fan of Miles Morales? Would you collect this?
Yes.
Do you have this in your collection or not yet?
Me? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You do. There you go.
You should have that.
I have to have
no excuses. You have it already. So
exactly.
Now, unfortunately, I have no excuses either, but I don't have them yet. So I should probably expand my small Spider-Man Marvel collection
maybe
and get it.
Do better.
And because it's still pretty affordable, I think I'll be able to get it no problem.
Actually, we might have the set. You could go and purchase the set.
There you go. I could get a Spider-Man back.
Exactly.
I like that upsell.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
Sell
good.
it right there.
No.
Well, Landon, what's the next figure you want to show us here?
So we're going to go with another Spider-Man minifigure.
Oh, yes.
It's not technically Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man Universe.
Mm-hmm.
We got Hobgoblin. And this one appears in the Ghost Rider set. You get Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and Hobgoblin. And I like this one especially because the cape piece is the same one from Chima, but it's in the orange color.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the only way you can get it in that color with the minifigure. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the classic Spider-Man, kind of like what you were. And with Hobgoblin being in it, I don't know if he's considered technically one of the Sinister Six. I don't know if you
never know. There's always variations of who the Sinister Six are.
He's a peripheral.
He definitely is one that could be in it in some universes.
Yeah, I just think he's a great villain overall, and it's a cool minifigure to add to the collection.
Absolutely,
yeah. This is a very good color scheme too, because you have that orange and then the dark blue, and they go well together. You get the dual molded legs, but then the hips are the orange as well, so you kind of get the idea that he's wearing some spangly outfit. It's all tattered.
It gives Halloween vibes, definitely.
Yeah. And then it has a crazy face, too. I mean, he's got a double-sided face with a grimace and then, like, an evil smile, and his eyes are different sizes in one of them. So you can just tell that this guy is messed up.
Unhinged, yes.
So I love this. I actually do have this. I have the Daily Bugle, but more importantly, I have the Spider-Man Bridge Battle. It's a desirable set, but you can barely see the set because I have so many Spider-Man and Spider-Man villains just all over the thing. And this is definitely one of the first ones I picked up for that. Actually, I think Landon got it for me like 3 years ago for my birthday or Christmas. He was like, what random fig do you have or don't have that you would want? And
I remember that. And it's cool because that's the only Hobgoblin they've made.
Yeah, they've never made another one. Insane. And there's like 20 Green Goblins, but only one Hobgoblin.
Exactly, and the set came out like 2016, 2017.
I think it was 2016,
Yeah. Several years ago now, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's like $100 easy. So.
Yeah.
Very cool figure. That orange is very eye-catching. I need to acquire this. I like many of these.
Yeah.
So but all the orange elements are actually hard to find. Orange hands, orange cape, hood, the legs, all really unique. So great figure.
It's nice.
Very collectible. I think there's actually a few on this table that we are going to actually go on. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, I've still got a few more to choose. Usually I have the weird picks that Joe
Mark
and others disagree
Mark
with.
Usually is wrong. But
Well, keeping on that Goblin theme, I think I want to talk about the original Green Goblin. And when I say original, I'm not talking about the actual date of production, but like the comic version of it.
The light pink version.
Yeah, this is the one. He's probably the most similar to the one I saw in Spider-Man's Amazing Friends. I keep going back to that because that was one of my favorites.
Fair.
And this is the classic Green Goblin with his bag of tricks, his nefarious smile. He's got a double-sided print head, too.
Yeah.
Almost as crazy looking as Hobgoblin. And, the color scheme is so eye-catching. I love his printed arms and his very detailed molded legs. So, yeah, I think there's a lot to like in this figure if you're a fan of the Spider-Verse. And he is definitely one of the Sinister Six. I think he's maybe a founding member. So,
yeah, he's definitely one of the higher-ups.
I love the printed arms on it.
The scaly arms.
Yeah. For sure.
Pretty fun.
And then you've got that purple bag to go with them as well.
Exactly.
Which is a contrast from the pink.
Yeah.
And you can. This is one that I definitely need to acquire because he goes great with that same era of figures that I've already gotten a few from.
Yeah.
But I need to get him yet. Would you guys pick this up if you had the opportunity?
You already have it, right?
Yeah.
You have it?
I don't have it, but I need it.
You don't have it yet.
He comes in the Spider-Man Bridge Battle set.
Perfect.
So
yeah,
I already have that.
You got that one.
It's a nice figure.
And he's awesome. So, I mean, definitely, he's one of the more expensive Green Goblins for sure because he comes in a bigger set, but also because he's very unique. The rest of them are all like purple with different printing. You know?
Purple and lime green. Or
exactly.
This is closer to the original, I think.
Yeah,
so,
pretty sweet.
Excellent.
I would definitely.
You're doing great, Mark.
Oh, thank you. Some good picks so far, right?
So far.
There you go.
It could be worse.
Could be worse. That's good to know.
All right. I have one villain, so I mean, you guys just did villains, so I'll do my one villain I have. There are great Marvel villains too, and when I was looking to pick 5, it was difficult. I really just kind of went with the ones that were my gut choices, but there's ones on here that I would have picked that if you guys hadn't, that probably would have been better. But this is one that I've always loved this figure, and I do own this one as well, so I can actually say it's a great figure.
Yeah.
This is Ronan the Accuser. He came in the big set from the first Guardians, which was the Milano.
Yeah.
And then
his
little ship. Yes. Which is a great set as well. The second edition was crap.
Less sizable, yeah.
Yeah. So this was an amazing figure to come out first. This was Guardians had just come out. It was new. The MCU was young.
Everyone's excited.
Avengers, but then Guardians was like super different, and everyone was kind of like, I don't know. And it was a huge success. Everyone loved it. So this figure is highly sought after. They're actually finally remaking one. This is like almost 10 years in the making.
Crazy.
Actually, it will be because it comes out 2024. This was 2014, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they're remaking the figure?
Yes, and we got some
Nice.
leaked pictures recently. But
I didn't know they were doing that.
It won't be the same as this one.
It won't be the same. The main difference is going to be this. His hood piece is super unique. It's molded on his shoulders as well to give him more of that like built up broad piece. And what's cool is in the movie you actually you see a montage of him suiting up almost, and you see this lifted onto his shoulders, and it looks just like this. They kind of just set it down over his cape, and it kind of gives him that full evil look, and you're like, oh, this is the bad guy.
Big brawny look.
He was trying to annihilate a planet.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Gives me Darth Vader vibes, kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
In a sense.
He's just Marvel, so it's slightly
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
But no, this is a great fig. The printing, you get leg printing, you get torso printing. You've got the for Lego, this is kind of surprising, but you've got stripes of blood across the chest.
Yeah.
Which is kind of gruesome, but he was a gruesome guy, so he definitely had that. I don't remember if the back has anything on it. Just the same thing, more printing on the back of him. But again, that headpiece really is predominant, and it's got multiple colors on it too, so it's not just one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got a unique face too. It's it's the standard blue, but then he's got all the face painted on him.
Mm-hmm. The war paint, yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is a great fig. I do own it, and I don't know. What do you guys think?
This is one I wish I had collected, because Ronan the Accuser, he might not stand out from a story perspective that much. He was just a good basic villain, but the character and the figure both look very interesting. He has that highly detailed print, a unique helmet and shoulder piece, and so totally worth collecting. What do you think, Landon?
Yeah, it's a different detailed figure, but I definitely would recommend it. I think it's good.
Yeah, I don't have this one because I only have, like I said, like 3 or 4 Marvel characters. But it's on the radar. Maybe one day.
It's a nice one.
Could at least get the new one for probably an affordable price if this guy's still climbing up.
Do you think that it'll shoot that price up?
I don't think it'll change the price at all because it's still going to be very unique with that molded piece.
Yeah.
It's a different edition of.
It might make it sell better. Because people are going to see the new one and go, you know what? Oh, if they made any more of these, they have. Oh, that's cool. And then
you
never know.
The older one, yeah, exactly.
All right, hit us. What
you
got?
So we're gonna keep the villain streak going.
There we go.
And we've got one of the Black Panther villains. We got Namor. This is from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the second Black Panther movie. And one reason that I picked this minifigure is I really didn't care for the movie much, but I loved the villain and the storyline behind it. And the detail that Lego put into this figure is just insane. Like the leg printing on it, I think is perfect. Even like the hips going into the torso, it just blends perfect. It looks like a spitting image of the actual Namor from the movie.
Well, he's missing his facial hair, but
but like, and then so it has 2 prints on the head, and it has the elf ears as well. I think this is a perfect villain to add to your collection, and he's affordable. Like I said, he came out last year, so I think he's like around $10.
In a couple sets.
And he comes in,
Very nice figure. The leg printing is what catches my eye particularly because it's so detailed. Every side of that piece is printed, and it's very detailed. So, and then you got that cool hair piece. Yeah, there is a little inconsistency with the mustache, but this is actually more comic accurate.
Well, that's true.
Because Namor didn't have a mustache for a long time in the comics. I don't know about any more recent versions of that, but he was also in Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, and he wasn't necessarily a bad guy there. He was just kind of neutral,
not very helpful.
Yeah, he was just kind of like he was there and being grumpy, so which is kind of Namor. But so great figure, and because he's so accessible, he might be an addition to my collection here soon.
Yeah, I mean this is one of the 2 on this table I don't have.
Oh, there you go.
Just because, like you said, you didn't really like the movie. I didn't really love the movie. I loved the first Black Panther.
The first one was good.
It wasn't as good, and it was harder for them to produce that one after everything that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is a good figure, a great minifigure. And as I'm looking at him right now, I noticed even more detailing. Like his ears here are, they're the elf style, but they also have the skin tone, and then also printed that greenish color as well, which is the same.
Right. Earrings, yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool that they added that as well. But like you said, the side of the legs. That's crazy. Anytime you see printing like that, it makes a minifig look great.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Good minifigure. I still probably won't get him just because the only fig I got from that wave was M'Baku.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't made him in the first ones, and I really like that character, so I had to pick him up. But
yeah,
it is a good fig. I just would not get it.
Yeah. You have limited space in your room right now.
So. I definitely have limited space.
So we were talking about some of the more recent versions of Marvel movies, and those are kind of since Endgame, it's been a hit and miss for some fans. But
But
one thing that most of us can agree on is the Guardians movie was pretty good.
Guardians 3 was a good movie.
Yeah, it was even by itself in a vacuum. It was good.
I enjoyed it a lot.
And one of the characters that really stood out to me from that line was Adam Warlock, because he played that perfect line between silly and interesting and like relatable, understandable,
Super
and
powerful, like,
a little bit menacing too, just because he crashes through things. He's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think Will Poulter played him very well.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
this is a figure that I absolutely need to acquire, but he's a little expensive because he came in a big set. And
He's like half the price of the set.
I love the thing I like about the characters from the Guardians is they have some of the villains from the what were they called? They're
Sovereign.
The Sovereign. That's what I was looking for. Sovereign. The Sovereign characters are cool because they're all gold. They're kind of neat looking.
Yeah.
Nice dark red cape and very cool leg printing as well. It's got that very dark red and gold combo. But what do you guys think about Adam Warlock?
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen the third Guardians movie, the way it ends. Spoiler alert. By the way, the way it ends. It kind of leads up for a new generation of the Guardians, where Adam Warlock will be introduced with that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have the figure, I would definitely recommend getting it. This is one that I also need to pick up because once he gets introduced into the new Guardians, I'm sure they'll make more, but this particular one right here would be harder to come by because it'll be an older one.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I like it. I like the headpiece or the printed piece in between the eyebrows.
He's got a little bit of a. Is it a gemstone there? Is it an infinity stone or something?
No,
like
it's
No,
it's not an infinity stone. I don't know exactly.
It is a gemstone though.
He shoots. Doesn't he shoot the lasers out of it? Kind of like Vision in a way, but it's
like
not
Vision.
Infinity Stone.
And gosh, what did they use?
I think that wasn't the High Evolutionary helping them, the Sovereign, make him too, or at least getting him started on things. Yeah. So.
But yes, it's definitely a good minifig, and I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Joe? You like this one?
I mean, I have this one. So.
Okay, there you go.
I got the set because I actually thought the set was pretty good, and I wanted him, and it wasn't worth just buying him. He looks great. Like you said, Will Poulter did an amazing job playing the character, so I just see him when I see the figure, which means they designed it well. Yeah. And so I think he's awesome. He was so funny in the movie. It made me crack up so much. And because the only other movie I've seen him in is Prince Caspian, so I just see old Eustace, and it made it even better. So I love the figure, though.
I just see him from the meme of, you guys are getting paid, or whatever. The surprise four-panel picture. Yeah, so... But good, fun figure, enjoyable for sure. So, Joe, what you got over there?
All right. Well, since we're going all over the multiverse.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, pretty good transition. Thanks, guys.
Pretty good.
Doctor Strange. So this is the second version of Doctor Strange, the one that came out in the Infinity War sets. Really, the only difference between him and the first one was the hairpiece is updated. This hairpiece is better though. So you got really unique hairpiece, kind of tussled locks, but kind of flowing as well. But they've also printed the white on there, which is super important for a character like this. It's very distinct to have that white.
Get that shades of gray in there. So.
And then he's also got the little white around his mustaches, or I guess beard stash.
His facial hair.
His beard stash. This is a good figure. I remember when this set came out, he came in the Sanctum Sanctorum, the first one, not the current one. I was super excited, and I was trying to collect all the Infinity Stones. It was so much fun
that was an era,
and that was like one of the times when I was still working here. I mean, I say still, I'm still working here. I was working here when those came out, so it's like anytime one came in, I was like, oh, I gotta get that one. Yeah, this one was $100 set. This was 5 years. 5 years? Yeah, 5 years ago.
A number of years ago. Yeah.
So I had not as much money, and so $100 was a lot.
Yeah, but $100 set, like, it's skyrocketed now.
It's it's like $300
at least.
It's dropped a little bit with
so $100 isn't bad for it.
It's not. But I remember being so excited because this figure, also the Iron Spider figure in that set.
Right. So and that one's also expensive.
Again, kind of holds a special place in my heart for that too. But it is a great fig. You get the 2 capes really. Yeah. You got the little shoulder cape and then this piece. I do like their new molded piece, but for me, this looks better still.
You still like the fabric, you're old school.
It's neat to have the little one to take off so you can have it like flying around as one whole piece. That's neat, but I like the fabric a lot more. So.
I agree.
I just think this figure looks more clean as well with the Eye of Agamotto and everything.
Yeah, the print is very distinct right there in the front.
Yeah, you already talked about it, but I especially love the printing on the side of the hair. That definitely adds to it.
Absolutely.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with your nostalgic take here, Joe, because, leading up to Endgame, that was peak Marvel. I mean, we can all agree that was kind of the peak.
Infinity War stuff was like...
And so
awesome.
that definitely captures that era. It was that excitement. It was, when those Infinity Saga sets came out they had stones in each of the different sets. Even I wanted to collect them and get that full gauntlet. It was like
it was awesome.
Desirability was off the charts.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But and then the new ones are good, but the fabric cape is pretty nice. So I would definitely collect this. And Doctor Strange was in Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, so there you go.
So it's
it looked exactly like that.
Mark's got to get it.
I gotta get him. But would you collect this one?
I would. Yes.
Yeah,
that one's nice.
Yeah. I think this is probably, we could all agree that this is one of the top Doctor Strange figures and probably the best version. So far.
I think, I agree with Joe. I think it's the best.
Yeah. Not the most accessible, but it is one of the best.
Yeah. There's definitely cheaper ones out there, but it's the best one.
Well,
all right,
what you got, Landon?
We're gonna go next with this is the Iron Man from Spider-Man: Homecoming. So I was debating about grabbing this one or the one from Civil War. And the main difference is the one from Civil War has all dark red, whereas this one has more of the silver going up, kind of on the legs and the torso.
The body
it's
area.
different, yeah. And I was a huge fan of the Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think that was the best Tom Holland Spider-Man. I mean, people can debate on that, but I think that was the best. It was
great movie.
I think they're all very good.
Yeah, they're all good. Don't get me wrong, but like that one, I think the storyline just made the most sense into it. And I'm a huge Iron Man fan. I think this is the most detailed. No, not the most detailed, but like
one of the.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most detailed, but it's a good figure to collect.
Yeah, it has a special place because you like that movie so much.
Correct.
Right?
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember that movie being, again, kind of that peak Marvel time. It was so enjoyable to watch. It's cool to see Iron Man appear in a Spider-Man movie as a mentor.
Right.
And a great suit, too.
The cool part about it is this was one that Tony Stark was able to control through...
remotely.
It has a trans
it was
blue
through,
head?
I think it was Jarvis. But yeah, so it's the trans blue clear head. So instead of an actual Tony Stark head, which is different, which I actually like that. Because nowadays they just throw on...
Of those,
yeah. But nowadays, they just throw the Tony Stark head on.
Yep.
So,
very cool.
Pretty nice thing.
Yeah, I definitely would collect this one just because of that connection to that movie. But I have yet to start on my big Iron Man minifigure collection. I know several people have done that and
dude, it's
continue to do that. But yeah, it's if you wanted all of them, that'd be pretty tricky. So I'm hesitant to start that, but I think I still would try to get this one on the list.
I think I'm only missing like 3.
So you have this one then?
Yeah, I have almost all, if not all, the Iron Mans. There might be a couple I'm missing. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not that committed to it, but I have a ton of them. And this is a good one because a lot of them can blend together easily. This one has more of a unique feel.
Oh, and a lot of the newer ones, the helmet piece, it doesn't fit right.
I do hate the new helmet
I like the original one, yeah. The original one definitely suits it better.
Original one is the best, I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
There was no reason to change it, but whatever,
Maybe it just costs extra pieces.
Same thing with this one, is this came in that set with the van and then the Vulture.
Yeah.
And when it came out, I got it. So I played with that one a lot too. And it's just nostalgic because I played with that.
Yeah,
and
it was perfect age for you guys.
It was a super fun set too because you had the van that opened up and then the gun came out and it was one of those ones you could like twist, and they're like. Plus the Vulture had
it came with good figures too.
Yeah,
fantastic set, and plus obviously Spider-Man.
Right, exactly.
Great combo of figures there. So, awesome. All right, is it my turn again?
That was SH420.
420.
Not 4299.
Was the Spider-Man?
Civil War Spider-Man, yes.
299 Civil War, 420 is the one from Homecoming,
Yeah, exactly. I kept up with all that. Yeah. I definitely didn't lose track there. Yeah. Okay, since we're talking about Iron Man, I'm going to actually switch up my rotation here and talk about the Iron Man that I picked. We all actually picked one.
We did, yeah.
But this is the Scuba Iron Man, the underwater Iron Man.
This is a good one.
And this one came in, it wasn't a movie-based set, but it had a Red Skull submarine, a couple other underwater figures.
Came with Captain Marvel as well.
Captain Marvel? Well, no, Captain America, right?
Captain America.
Scuba
Space Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, is that the one I'm thinking
of? You're speaking of space.
Okay, this is an underwater scene, yeah.
Yes.
And I like all the Iron Man figures, especially the ones with the older helmet. I think they're really cool looking, but this one has a
super unique,
very unique color scheme because it's sand green, almost all sand green, but then there's these accents of copper, which is like I think unique to this figure. I don't think any other copper Iron Man. There's been silver, gold, all those in between,
not copper,
not copper, and so that's really special. He's got a big armor piece to give him that kind of heavy, protected from pressurized water, and he's so just normal Iron Man Tony Stark head underneath, but there's so much that makes this figure unique. He is also pretty expensive,
Yeah.
The set wasn't expensive, but I think people slept on it, and then they wanted it later to complete that Iron Man collection. So he's gone up quite a bit.
What happened.
So
the set is still not very desirable, except for that minifigure.
Exactly. Red Skull you can find many places.
He's like $10. Yeah.
And Captain America, you don't always have to have him underwater, but this is just a cool
underwater
suit.
Captain America, no one really cared, but that's a very unique Iron Man figure.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would definitely try to collect this at some point, especially if I'm getting into the Iron Man scene. But what do you guys think? Would you choose
That's the only. Isn't that the only sand green Iron Man?
Yeah,
so.
Definitely.
And maybe the only one with copper too. So.
Right, because I think all the other ones they have that gold
or silver. Yeah.
Right. No, yeah, this is one definitely I would get my hands on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think, Joe? Do you have this one?
Yeah, I have that.
Of course you have that one.
It is a great one. It's that one, the Space Iron Man, and the one I'm about to talk about are the best 3 Iron Mans because they're so unique.
Yeah, special.
Because this one's got green. I don't think we had a Space Iron Man, or I might have got him, but he's, in white.
That's the white one.
That one's pretty unique.
That
That's
one's
the one
cool.
you were thinking of that set.
Absolutely.
So, pretty sweet. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and follow up with the Iron Man I got, which is SH232. he's so good. I know his set number or figure number, and this is a polybag figure.
Yes.
This is hot take, the best Marvel figure.
Bold.
That's debatable.
It is. It's obviously debatable.
There's a good case for it. Yeah.
I would say the ones that rival it are definitely the newer CMF ones.
Yeah.
But as far as ones that came out before, when this came out, it was unprecedented.
Yeah.
It came to polybag. I think you could get it with a game. Don't remember what game it was, but I think that's how you got this.
It's probably a Marvel-related game, and it was a giveaway.
So this is the Silver Centurion. He has a heck a ton of printing. He has dual molded arms.
Wow.
With arm printing. He has side of the leg, toe printing, and obviously
toe
front
printing. Yeah.
Yeah, look
yeah,
at
the foot.
complete figure. He's got a printed tile that goes on the back.
Yeah.
A dual molded armor piece.
Yeah.
It might be that weird Chima piece.
It is Chima, but it's
awesome.
It's dual molded. Yeah.
He has a printed tile on the front as well. Plus the unique head that has the black eye Tony Stark.
The wounded Tony Stark.
And then the smiling Tony Stark on the other side. So this is a super cool figure. And I have not always loved Iron Man. I still don't always love him. But he is always going to look cool. And this one is definitely the coolest Iron Man, in my opinion. Just so much insane detailing on this. And it is interesting to note that I've always noticed on this that the printing is different. Like, I feel like this was produced kind of in a different style, printing-wise. It looks raised more than others.
So possibly
you kind of feel it, right?
You can kind of feel it too, yeah. So, and I've noticed this on every single one, so it's not like this is a fake one. It's on every single Silver Centurion. It's on the one I own. It's on all the ones that I've ever had come through here. So I think it's because it was produced in a poly bag, kind of a separate thing for the game. But so amazing.
I think the coolest part about that is the printed eye.
Yeah, that's
you
just
could because
so
you can take that off and put it on one of the Civil War Iron Man,
and then it looks awesome.
Yeah,
even without the armor piece, it's still dope.
Elaborate printing, and that's a pretty hot take, saying this is the best Marvel figure. However, I think that's a pretty solid case to be made for that statement.
Top 5.
Yeah,
but not the best.
Oh, okay.
What would you say so?
The next
we're coming up. Yeah,
I think the best Marvel minifigure is. Right now, currently, I think the best Marvel minifigure is the Loki from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, but what's his number?
Look, I don't know that. Look, I'm not that dedicated into it.
It's probably like SH418.
And, okay, so the thing about this,
I
wish it would have had a little leg printing. I can't remember. Going back and watching that, I can't remember if he had
pretty
much
plain pants.
Yeah, was it
in the movie? I think.
Even something like even like a knife in the side pocket, I think would have been cool. It would have been different. But yes, like I said, this is the one from Thor Ragnarok, and
great
this
movie.
is I agree.
Absolutely hilarious.
This is a different style Loki though, because the ones that we get are
green.
Yeah, they come in the green outfit. This one's in blue. It also comes with a what color is that? That's
Wally yellow, bright yellow.
Yeah, I think it's bright yellow cape. And this one has 2 printed faces. He has a worried face and then he has a frown face or a smiling face.
Confident face.
Yeah, one like he's up to something. But
that's Loki.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is the best Marvel minifigure, and yes, I have this one.
Yeah,
it's best, hands down, best Marvel minifigure.
That's your favorite.
It's another hot take, but I also own this figure because he is freaking amazing. I love this minifigure, and I love Loki. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
He's not a diehard fan. You haven't seen season 2.
Just because
season 2 is amazing.
I don't have Disney Plus. I should probably get it just to watch Loki, but I haven't seen it yet. But I am super excited. Loved the season 1. I've loved Loki since we watched Avengers.
Yeah.
When that came out, it was like, he's a good villain. Then we watched Dark World, Thor: The Dark World, and Thor, and actually Thor was before Avengers, and you kind of you see that he has that swing. He doesn't follow his good side a lot, but you can see in Dark World. That's why a lot of people hate Dark World. I think he has a lot of growth in Dark World, so you can kind of see where he wants to still be that mischievous, but he does tend to have that good side where he does the right thing every now and again. And so I've always loved him, and I love how much they've grown him and made him his own show and everything. But this figure from Ragnarok, when that set came out, it's a great set as a whole. But this figure in the set, it's just awesome.
And there's other good figures in the set.
Yeah, you get the Thor. The Hulk. I almost grabbed that Hulk, honestly.
That would have been a good pick.
But this you had a different Loki to go on here.
I did, and then we found that one.
And then we found this, and I was like, yeah, you better grab that one.
The one that I had was the one from the first Avengers.
Original Loki.
Which is good. It's a good figure.
But this one is so much better.
I agree.
Special version of a special figure.
Best Marvel minifigure right there. Do you agree?
So I think there's a case to be made, but the fact that he is a little less elaborate than some of the figures here, I'm not sure on that take. I think it's definitely top 10, but
still a very good one.
Yeah,
mine kind of goes with yours.
One of my top 10 figures has got to be another figure that's from Thor Ragnarok. Good movie. It's Hela, and the reason I like this figure so much is, first of all, cool character, very enjoyable villain. I really think it was cool. Yeah, when she just goes when the horns come out, that's just a super cool moment that I think is it in the Marvel beginning intro sequence? Yeah. I think it is. They go back to it because it's so cool.
Yeah.
And the figure actually lives up to the character, I think. So you got this huge, elaborate, rubberized horns.
I can't believe they made that. I was shocked when I saw that when it came out.
You got the face underneath with her normal face, and then you got the scary-looking eyes with the black makeup all around. So very cool figure, very menacing villain. And I mean, if you didn't have a gigantic fire titan giant, she probably would have taken over the known galaxy with her shooting blades.
It's probably a good thing that Ragnarok
Surtur showed up, exactly. So but I think she's great, and I think top 10 Marvel figures, maybe not the best. Because there's I mean, I think the CMS would have to come into play in that discussion, but this is one of my favorites for sure. What do you guys think about this figure?
I think the character's cool, and like we said, they did a great job with acquiring that with the minifigure. The helmet piece is perfect, and one thing that they also have that Lego made is they have the legs with them. They had
That's true. She kind of had
she's riding on a
brick build thing that kind of had her elevated.
It lifts up more.
Like she was riding up on her blades.
But yes, I agree. I think she's top 10, top 15.
Yeah. Very cool figure. So.
Good movie.
I really like this. I have owned it before. I don't know if I do anymore. I really can't remember. I might have traded it in years ago. But I do really like it a lot. So.
Yeah. This is one that I need to get.
It's a fantastic one.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. But I think that's our top 5 for this video. But a bunch of amazing figures. There's still more that we could have talked about.
So many.
We could have done top 10 each, but it would be a longer video.
We would have been here for a while, guys.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for sharing your thoughts and your picks for your top Marvel.
Congrats, Landon.
Yeah,
there you go. That's my first one.
Absolutely. We'll have you back on, hopefully. Do some more Marvel stuff in the future.
That'll be awesome.
So. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We have more videos coming out every week. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Peace.